When celebrities enter the Hot Ones torture chamber, dignity goes out the window. And some guests would love to throw Sean Evans out the window with it. In a joking way, of course. Maybe. Idris Elba, aka the hottest hot one, appeared on Hot Ones in August 2019 to promote Hobbs & Shaw, along with his fashion line, 2 Hour Set. The white shirt he wore on the show was from his line, and luckily, it didn't get stained from any of the 10 hot sauces he was subjected to. But that's where Elba's luck ran out. After trying a wing doused with a hot sauce named the Chocolate Plague, with a Scoville level of 690,000, Elba was over it. He turned the tables on Evans, demanding to know who came up with the dumb idea for the show. After Evans directs him to co-creator Chris Schomburger, Elba throws down the gauntlet.
Can you fight, Chris?
Luckily, no one actually got into a fight, but the show ended with Elba calling Chris a madman and telling him to never speak to him again.
As much as I want to tell you what I'm doing in my life right now, I'm just going to go to the bathroom.
Mila Kunis has had an extensive career in show business, with roles ranging from That 70s Show to Black Swan. But one of her most difficult on-screen appearances might have been on Hot Ones in 2021. At least the portion of the interview that happened after eating a wing doused in Da Bomb hot sauce.
I think this just killed my insides. This is not going to be fun coming out.
Then she realized with dawning horror that it wasn't the last wing. Hellfire's Cranked, with a Scoville level of 699,000, was up next.
I have to keep eating?
Well, you know what? I can't.
What is wrong with you?
Naturally, she wasn't pleased that Evans had even spicier wings on the table. She wasn't a quitter, but after biting into the wing, it's fair to say she felt more than regret.
Guys, I think you broke me.
Celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay has appeared as a guest on Hot Ones more than once. And during his first appearance in 2019, things went awry fairly quickly.
That's not normal.
At the beginning, he critiqued the wings themselves, calling them overcooked and likening them to having a mouthful of sand. Later on, he's eating donuts like there's no tomorrow to try and deal with the spice. He calls Evans a donut and begins spitting up on the floor. By the end, he's hit his limit.
What the f*** have you done to me?
The show is chaotic from start to finish, but that's what fans love about Ramsay, making this one of the most entertaining episodes in Hot Ones history.
You.
Dax Shepard is an icon thanks to roles on shows like Parenthood and his marriage to fellow superstar Kristen Bell. Shepard appeared on Hot Ones in 2017 to promote his film, Chips, and as it turns out, he can handle his spice. Throughout his appearance, Evans noted how well Shepard was doing, until inevitably he stopped doing well.
I like this one so much, I'm going more bites than necessary.
I love it. I love it.
It wasn't even the wings that left him screaming in agony. Instead, Evans asked Shepard a math question about the total cost of purchasing 3 hot sauces plus shipping, which he got wrong by $2. Shepard looked off into the distance doing the math in his head while Evans tried to console him.
It's okay. It's okay. It was on the Bears making that sauce with.
Who knew math would be the ultimate challenge on a show about hot wings? Terry Crews is an actor and former NFL player, best known for his role in Brooklyn Nine-Nine and as host for the last 6 seasons of America's Got Talent. He joined Evans on Hot Ones in 2017 and made it through all 10 wings, but not without a lot of screaming. While Crews directed most of his frustrations to the uncaring heavens, it couldn't have been comfortable for Evans to be sitting across from such a huge, powerful man in the throes of agony and rage. Luckily for Evans, Crews was an absolute gentleman, so the only thing broken on the show was their trust. Viola Davis is among the few people who have won an EGOT, an Emmy, Grammy, Academy Award, and Tony. Davis joined Sean Evans in 2022 to discuss her best-selling memoir, Finding Me, and her feature film, The Woman King. And she handled her spices like a king, until Da Bomb nearly took her out.
Nobody's ever whooped your ass after all these chicken wings. There been some close calls. Stop the camera, I'm gonna go over there and whoop your.
Evans responded by telling her about the incident with Idris Elba, who wanted to fight the creator of the show. Davis ultimately didn't try to fight him, but she did have a question for him a little later in the interview.
How can you say you're being my friend? Let me tell you something. I don't believe you.
Even in immense pain, Davis was the picture of grace.
I'm surprised I'm not pissing in my pants right now.
Bill Burr is a stand-up comedian, actor, and podcaster who appeared on the show in 2018. Like other guests, things started to heat up after tasting Da Bomb. Evans begins asking a question, but Burr wasn't having it.
Am I supposed to answer that, dude? Holy f***.
Clearly in distress, he went for the milk and got even angrier when he realized it was room temperature. Then, when Evans attempted to ask a question regarding the foodie revolution at sports stadiums, Burr cut him off.
The sports stadium. I don't give a f what people eat.
Throughout the interview, Burr noted how persistent Evans was with his questions.
Dude, this is like with my wife. After a while, you just tap out. You're like, fine, buy it. I don't give a f.
By the end of the interview, Burr wasn't interested in answering any more questions or trying any additional wings. At the end of the show, he turned his anger to the fans.
This
I'd like to say
online
f*** you to all you people.
speculation.
Put me on this.
Fortunately, the fans weren't in the room with him, but unfortunately for Evans, he had to take all the heat.
You warm me up. I say you're a nice guy. I literally felt we were about to be friends. And now I'm back into the gutter of my hatred for Sean Evans.
Ken Jeong is a comedian and actor known for his roles in The Hangover and Crazy Rich Asians, not to mention his role as one of the judges on The Masked Singer. In 2019, he appeared on the show to promote his Netflix special, You Complete Me, Ho! The interview went pretty well until the pair reached the infamous Da Bomb hot sauce, which caused Jeong to drop a bomb of his own.
You, Sean.
Jeong then proceeded to chug his glass of milk before moving on to a pitcher of ice water while attempting to answer his next question. Don't worry though, the interview ended on a positive note with Jeong performing a physical on Evans. Hey, Jeong used to be a doctor, remember? Idris Elba wasn't the only guest itching for a fight. Chance the Rapper, a Grammy award-winning artist, appeared on Hot Ones a few months after releasing his debut album in 2019. But he was ready to throw down even earlier after biting into Da Bomb, a standard breaking point for many guests. Immediately after taking a tiny bite of the wing, he ate a spoonful of ice cream to try to quench the pain before it began. Unfortunately, that didn't work.
Yeah, you gotta understand, like, this is the dumbest I've ever done in my life.
After Chance asked who would make such a thing, Evans revealed it was made specifically for the show and attempted to ask another question.
I wanna fight you.
I understand. We're in this together. But I understand the impulse.
Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco appeared on Hot Ones in early 2025 to promote their joint album, I Said I Love You First. Things went well throughout the course of the interview, until they reached Da Bomb. Evans attempted to comfort them, saying it would get better, but they weren't having it.
I know. I get it.
Gomez then got up to take a lap, while Benny fantasized about killing the host.
Why do people do this?
If you could kill Sean, how would you do it? What?
When they moved on to the Sicilian scorpion hot sauce, Evans tried to ask them more questions, but Benny was done.
Do you guys each have a favorite cookbook?
Shut up.
All in all, things ended on a lighthearted note, with the couple trying to promote their album while their mouths were still on fire.
I don't think I'll come back to this show ever.
Comedy legend Conan O'Brien's larger-than-life personality was on display throughout his entire episode of Hot Ones. For starters, O'Brien took Da Bomb much less seriously than many other guests on the show, and he even added additional sauce to his wing before taking a huge bite. Evans was left in absolute disbelief.
Oh my gosh.
To up the ante, O'Brien took several more bites and licked the rest of the wing. He proceeded to enter what can only be described as a blind rage.
Come on, man, are we doing this or not?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Are we doing it or not?
No, I'm on the same page.
What's the point of even being alive if we can't do this?
Right.
Luckily, the screaming quickly turned to giggles as the pair tried to keep talking through the pain. O'Brien later admitted that he deeply regretted putting additional sauce on his wing. Although the show ended with a close-up of O'Brien covered in hot sauce, it was pretty impressive how expertly the comedian was able to handle his spice. And don't worry, even if violence had broken out, O'Brien was prepared. He had brought along his own personal physician.
Huh? Yeah, that's not good.
Brad Leone is a chef and popular YouTuber with a larger-than-life personality. His channel has more than 300,000 subscribers, so he's no stranger to the camera. Still, his culinary education didn't prepare him for the horrors he would experience on Hot Ones, when he appeared in the Thanksgiving episode in 2019.
Oh my God, this isn't the hottest one. I'm so
His episode was filled with profanity as he fought for his life to make it through the wing lineup while covered in sweat and tears. Leone slipped in a subtle F-bomb after taking a big bite of a wing coated in Da Bomb. He tried his absolute best to stay poised and listen to Evan's question about the feeling of a catfish biting down on his arm, but Leone couldn't help himself.
Feels a lot better eating these wings, Sean, I'll tell you that.
Grammy Award-winning rapper and singer Lizzo went on Hot Ones in 2022 to talk about her album, Special, and she certainly had a special experience on the show. After eating a vegan wing doused in Da Bomb with a Scoville level of 135,600, she starts to unravel.
Damn, that was
I know.
I'm serious? What the You know what you did.
Luckily, the interview ended with Evans and Lizzo on good terms. Before the last dab, Lizzo said that even with a new album, a clothing line, and an Emmy nomination, appearing on Hot Ones was the highest on her list of goals.
So, the worst is over.
When does it stop?
15, 20 minutes from now, this will all just be a memory.